Yeah.
So
You know all the words?
I know enough, you know.
Because I don't, but
I know enough of the
all the,
words, you
I,
know.
I had work today, so I had to
You, s- you
not
said your
learn the
album.
words.
You said your album was trash. I literate like I can't spell.
Oof. Cole, Jermaine.
Yeah. He said. He, s- he said my jack is blowing up. Cole showed his age on this project. He said some things. I was like, that's old right there. Like I know Cole is damn near 40, but he's letting us know he's damn near 40.
Really don't.
Uh, and that he heard everything that was said.
Right.
So you know. Context, right? Let's start with context.
Oh yeah, give it to us because
Um,
I know you don't listen to that at least 20 times. So
yeah,
please
I already lost count of how many times
break
I
it
know that.
down for us. I will chime in where I feel it's necessary, but you go for it. Matter of fact, I should be the one laying back today.
You should be laid back with my mind on my money and my money on my mind.
Rolling down
Um,
the street, smoking. All right.
right.
Let's go.
I didn't even know this was gonna be a Snoop pod. Anyway,
Anna.
so the last song on the project is called 7 Minute Drill. And
And that it is.
let's just pause for a moment before we get to that. Um, you know, many moons ago, like November, if I'm correct, Drake and J. Cole did a song called First Person Shooter. And there were lots of things said in Cole's verse about being the GOAT. We're the top three, but not really, because it's just me and my guy staring at each other. Um, we got long range pistols. And he said multiple times he's the GOAT. He called himself Muhammad Ali.
He did.
Uh,
I was there for that.
yeah, he said a lot of things in that verse. I'm not gonna quote it all, but y'all could go back and listen. And like 2-3 weeks ago, that was on Drake's For All the Dogs album. And like 2-3 weeks ago, Future and Metro Boomin, they dropped the album called We Don't Trust You. And the viral song that everybody knows by now, it was called Like That, where Kendrick came on and responded to both J. Cole and Drake. And
That he
I
did.
gotta be honest, when we first came on here, I thought he was mostly responding to Drake. But after listening to both songs way more, he is directly responding to J. Cole's lyrics as well. A lot of people feel the only thing he said was, fuck the big three, nigga, it's just big me. But
Right.
there was more than that. He
Okay.
responded to the first person shooter thing. He said a lot of stuff. And
Well, come on,
well
Cole. Let
Cole
us
heard
know.
him.
Yeah.
And J. Cole heard him. And he responded with 7 minute drill. That's how he decided to close out this project. And he did some interesting things on this song. He paid homage to Jay-Z by using by using the album breakdown that Jay-Z once did to Nas. He did that to Kendrick.
Mm-hmm. I caught
Um,
that.
yup.
I caught
He
that because one thing I am is a Jay-Z fan.
uh he he did the new trend where we switched the beat. It's a lot of people doing that the last couple years where, just when you start liking the song, a whole new beat comes on and maybe possibly a better song.
How do you
He
feel
did
about
that.
that in general?
I think sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I think it depends. Um, for this, I liked it. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. But he did that, so that tells us that he's being trendy.
Yeah.
And if you listen to,
J. Cole being trendy just sounds like not for
well,
real.
I think
I
I think this project J. Cole showed us throughout the project, and
Mhm.
definitely on this song,
Yeah.
that he's paying attention. He
Yeah.
knows how Drake raps. He knows how Drake composes his songs. He knows how the industry is doing things. I think he pays attention and also wants to remind us that, hey, I grew up on the OGs too, and I'm gonna use some of their shit in here too. And so I think
It's
he
just
showed us all
nice.
of that. I agree. I think
Shows
that's
his
super
range.
fly. Um, and so he did all of that in one diss record. Um,
Yeah.
so he he spoke about how he feels about Kendrick's career, his albums, and how he ranks them and where he was at the time.
I love that part.
And
I mean, obviously, but I love that
it
part.
was, yeah, it was fly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, and I got to be honest, I felt a little validated because I remember when To Pimp a Butterfly came out, and I said, "This is not great."
Yeah.
In fact, this is really just a Dead Prez album by Kendrick. Dead Prez been doing this for years. I'm not really super impressed. And a lot of people tore me up about that, including my boy Days. Shout out to Days. We also had a 3 a.m. J. Cole chat. Um, and
Well,
hold on.
okay. Go
I
ahead.
thought it was, I felt kind of excited when Cole
Mm,
said your second album was shitty, and people just hyped it way too much.
mhm.
That second album was To Pimp a Butterfly. What you was gonna say?
I was gonna say, so I know these are not, the finest of lyrical critics and whatnot, but I was on X. Fuck it, I was on Twitter earlier today because like who
It's Twitter.
the hell is X? Anyway, I was
It's
on
Twitter.
Twitter. It's like Kanye. Nobody's gonna call you that. Anyway, so I was on Twitter earlier, and dare I say, I was in the Black Twitter streets, and this really sparked debate. You know,
Okay.
he really he got people because some people are like, oh man, finally I could say I didn't like it.
Oh yeah, I mean I've been saying I didn't like that.
But then you
To
have
Pimp a
other people who are
Butterfly
like,
is not
wait,
a bad album.
you
Let's be
didn't like
clear.
that album? You know how people now is you're a part of the collective. They're
Right.
like, wait, we really didn't like that album? It's just like, it's kind of funny
It's
that.
not a bad album. My thing was, I think it was a bad follow up to his first project.
Hmm.
And I totally understood what he was trying to do. But my thing is, if you're going to make a Dead Prez album, do it with Dead Prez or at least feature Dead Prez. Like, you made this basically Dead Prez album. I mean, where's Dead Prez? Like, you bit their whole shit. And I thought that was really weird. And I didn't really appreciate that. The album does not suck, but
Yeah.
it was super overhyped. Like, nah. It was like,
Mhm.
oh my God, I can't believe that Kendrick did this. This is the super flyest shit ever. And I was like, Dead President's been doing this for like 20 years. But what are you talking about?
Well, when someone has already built up a certain momentum, you know, like people tend to. It's kind of like we talk about with like the biggest, the biggest of the big, right?
Okay.
Where it, you build up from whatever maybe happened previously. People thought it was amazing, cool. By the time you come back, if you're popular enough, by the time you come back, it honestly probably doesn't matter what you did because most people will continue to ride the wave with you. A lot of people won't come out and say, well, as we see now, where people are like, oh, well, I really didn't like that project. Well, why didn't you say it then? You know?
Because since Kendrick has come out, and I say this all the time,
Mm-hmm.
people dick ride and overhype Kendrick.
Mm-hmm.
I always compare Kendrick to LeBron James.
Mm-hmm.
And today, people probably are not going to like this. But when LeBron James first came out, it was that he was the best shit since sliced bread.
I
And there
remember
are
when.
plenty of other great people who are out. And what people do is, it's like, nah, not Steph Curry, LeBron. Okay, but Steph Curry's also good. Nah, LeBron. Okay, but what about this other guy? Nah, LeBron. And that's what people do with Kendrick. It's like there are other talented people. We are not saying he's not talented. We acknowledge that he's great, but it's like, no, he's the greatest ever. And you gotta admit it. And nobody else comes close. It's like, no, stop.
Well,
And
that's
that's why I
what I
compare
think.
him very often to LeBron James. Because that is what people did immediately when Kendrick came out.
Yeah.
And
So
so once you're on the train,
right. So you don't really get a good if your goal is to see how see the quality of your work, you don't always get that because people are going to ride the wave
sure,
regardless.
right,
People are going to say it's great just to be a part of the thing, just be like, "Oh, everybody's saying this is great, so it
right,
must be right." Like I can't think for myself to think that
right,
no, it isn't. I could have come up here today and say that this album was trash, and people would crucify me for saying that. I mean, I think both of us, we have a platform here. We try to be honest about
yeah.
what we
I mean,
really
I
think
just
of
gave
things.
my likes and dislikes of the album.
Yeah. So, I think it's that. But that's
I
just me.
like
I
that
thought
Cole
that was
kept it
interesting.
real and said, "This is what I think of all your albums." He did credit him with the first one being a classic. He said the third one, which is Damn, being massive. Um,
Mm.
I thought it was great that he did that again while paying homage to the Jay-Z Nas diss. I gotta be honest though, two things before we continue to talk about the record. Number one, Cole's discography is not perfect.
Mm-hmm.
So doing that does leave you open for criticism. That's number one. And number two, in this beef where people are already choosing sides, I don't know if that was the smartest move as far as strategy because you kind of like paid homage to Jay Z, who was dissing Nas, and maybe Nas will now side with Kendrick, and that would be bad.
Wasn't even thinking about that, but yes,
You
yes.
use the same. I mean,
No, I'm picking up what you're putting down.
yeah, I don't think Nas would do that, but I'm just saying it's a lot of
You
choosing
never
going
know.
on right now.
You never know.
I feel like in the middle of this beef, we just need Fab to do another video and another run of his song Choosy. You know what I'm saying? Just come through.
Choosy, choosy, choosy.
That's right. Him and Jeremiah. Um, but
Uh,
yeah, so I thought that was cool, but I will be honest, Cole got to be careful because doing that, it does leave you, you slipped the jab, but it left you open for something else. So gotta be careful because that was not like that was a little risky right there.
well, I don't I don't want to platform this person, but someone well known, someone who I think has a good grasp on music, and hip hop specifically. But someone said that uh, J. Cole issued a warning shot.
But that's what he said.
Is that yes? He said it, but so are we to understand that this is just the light work? This
That's
is
what he says in the beginning of the
this
song. Light
is
work, light work. This shit's
he
like
does
light
say light
work.
work.
Yeah.
Okay, well then never mind. Maybe I'm asking the wrong questions. I'm just saying he came back at him, but not completely is what I'm trying to say.
I think that this record was Cole saying, "Hey, I am totally down for lyrical beef. I am not afraid. I welcome it. In fact, let's go, buddy. Even if it's going to hurt my feelings a little bit." Because he said, "I don't want to kill my brother. I got a lot of love for him. But if you got to go, you got to go." You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah,
Well,
I think this is Cole. This is Cole saying, "All right.
Like he went, I'm going easy on you. I'm not gonna go full
I think this was
throttle.
the opposite. I think this was saying, I'm responding, but don't make me mad because I got a lot of music ready to go and I have no problem continuing this.
You think they're too nice to each other?
Cole and Kendrick?
Yeah.
No, I think it's on. I think that's what Cole was saying. I think in the words of Jay-Z, he's saying from there I sense the beef was on.
Yes, but I, hmm,
Sometimes in lyrical warfare, you don't bring out your best shit first,
okay, that's
right?
fair.
And so I'm not saying Cole can do better or cannot do better. I'm just responding to what you're saying.
Yeah, no,
Cole is saying on the record, I got plenty more and I'm better than you. So it's whatever you want to do. Now, do we know if Cole could come back with a better diss? We don't know. This is to me what makes this exciting. We have not seen Kendrick or Cole in a rap beef. And so where we already like rap beef, it's always interesting when there's somebody who's like, oh, okay, we know Jada Kiss. He been to war plenty of times. All right, we know Beanie Siegel. All right, we know Pusha T. All right, we know, whoever, right? We know there's people who have been in beefs, won, lost, whatever. We know what they're capable of. These are arguably the two of the top dogs right now. I mean, I would say probably the two top lyrically. I don't know. I'm gonna say from the mainstream because Black Thought is Black Thought. Like, let's be
right.
clear.
Yeah,
There's others, but I'm just
there's other.
saying Black Thought is Black Thought. Let's relax. But um, arguably two of the top dogs, right? So in mainstream hip hop, it's them two probably. I don't think Drake comes close as far as lyrical prowess. So that being said,
Not for
for
a
these
long
two
time.
behemoths to be going at it, it's Godzilla and King Kong for real. Now, do I think this is going to be like other beefs? We said this already before, but just to reiterate, do I think this is going to be a fight at catch state? No, I don't think that. No, I don't think Cole is going to be at an LA show and get jumped or nah, I think this is all just music. And I don't see it going any other way. But to me it's extra exciting cuz we don't know. Now Cole is saying, I'm better than you. My music is better than yours. I got plenty of music I could drop right now, and you have not been putting out great music. I quote, he only drop a hot verse about every 30 months.
Well, let me ask you something.
Yeah, what's up?
What do you think Kendrick is doing right now? You think
Oh,
he's
come
he's
on.
you think he
Come
wait?
on.
Let me ask you.
He,
Do you think he's putting up his auntie clothes in the closet, or you think that he's working on a verse?
I think Kendrick is
Working on
coming
a diss
back with a
track.
song. I don't think it's going to be another verse. I
You think
think
it's gonna?
Kendrick is going to come back with a song.
You think it's gonna be
Now, will
super?
it be some super long freestyle with no hook? I don't know how he's going to compose it. But I don't think there's any way that Kendrick hears this and doesn't respond. I think when Kendrick did the Like That verse, he knew what he was signing up for.
He was sparking it. He was sparking it,
No, no,
but
no, no, no. He didn't.
no,
We
I
already
didn't
played.
say he was. I didn't say he started it. I said
Oh,
he
okay.
was sparking it.
All right. I
What I
mean,
mean
that's
is
a synonym, but I'm with you.
he sure, but I'm what I'm trying to say is he lit the fire.
Yeah, Kendrick said, I heard
However,
that shit you said, nigga.
right, but this wave that is happening right now, he lit the fire, and here comes Colt, which is fine. I'm not saying
Oh, I don't view it that way.
okay
I think Cole was waiting. I
for
think
Kendrick
Cole
to say
was
something.
meticulous. I
Okay.
think Cole was. I think first person shooter
Hmm.
was Cole saying, "Hey, go ahead and jump and watch what I do,"
Okay.
because he even says that on 7 Minute Drill. He says, "Go ahead and jump."
I just didn't listen to it 55 times the way you did.
I
So
understand. I'm
I don't
saying I'm not.
remember every.
I'm
I'm kidding.
saying that.
I'm kidding.
I'm saying that
I'm
on
just
first
kidding.
person shooter, my
I'm just
opinion
messing with you.
is that Cole was setting it up.
No, I hear what you're
and was
saying.
and was putting himself in a position where I have been saying I'm the best.
Uh-huh.
I have been saying I'm not scared of anybody and nobody can out rap me. So
Mm-hmm.
if Kendrick decides to respond, then it's gonna be what it's gonna be.
Right.
And so Kendrick heard that
Mm-hmm.
and said, hey, I heard that shit you said. Fuck you and your mans. And now
Okay.
Cole said, all right, great. Now I get to show niggas I'm the best. I'm not saying I agree. I'm saying I think this is the mindset of Cole. I don't know what happens next. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know who's gonna win. I'm not even placing bets because these dudes are not battle rappers. We don't have a report card to go off of.
Nope.
So it's possible that Kendrick bodies Cole. It's also possible that Cole bodies Kendrick. What we do know right now is the features are over. It's now time to step in the ring. Cole has launched an onslaught. It's now Kendrick's turn to fight back. And I'm
Uh,
here for it. I
Me
got a
too.
lot of popcorn.
Me
A
too.
large, buttery popcorn.
I just got to catch up and listen to it 50 more times.
Go listen. Go listen.
But okay. Different question.
All right, last question, because it's an hour now.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
What you think Drake did today?
Oh, I think Drake is super excited. He dodged the bullets. Drake is Drake probably remember when he said, y'all gonna make me send bottles to Charlemagne. He probably sent mad bottles to Jermaine. He probably sent a whole case of good liquor to Jermaine. And with a note that said, thanks.
Thanks, bud.
Just all caps. Thanks. It might have even not been a thank you note. It might have just been a picture of Kendrick Lamar.
It's not thank me later, it's thank you now.
Thank you now, right. Yeah.
Oh my
And
gosh.
I gotta be honest. Now that Cole has done this, I don't want to hear nothing from Drake. I don't want to hear Drake put out a diss record because now y'all jumping Kendrick and I'm gonna get mad. I might respond to Drake for Kendrick. You know what I'm saying?
But you don't think Drake is gonna get tired of this and be like, over here, over here?
I don't want it though. I don't
I know
want it.
you don't want it, but I'm just
If
saying.
if
I
Drake
feel like
if
Drake gets
Drake
FOMO.
finally respond because as we've said here before, Kendrick has been dissing Drake for years and he has not responded. If he responds now, he's a bitch.
Well, I was just about to say
And
that.
and I hope that somebody else gets mad if that happens and says, "Oh, hey Kendrick, tag me in, bro. I still got some shit I want to say." You know, somebody named
Oof, oof.
Push.
What a mess. What bloodshed.
Because it got to be
Once,
2-on-2.
once,
Y'all can't jump Kendrick.
once
Listen,
all of them, once all of
I'm
them
not
are
the
in
biggest
this.
Kendrick fan, but you can't jump Kendrick. If it's 1-on-1, then it's 1-on-1. But if Drake comes with a full diss record, then I think it's all love and what's it called? All fair and love and war. If Kendrick tags somebody in too. And I wonder what kind of phone calls Absol and Kendrick are having right now. Because Absol, Absol is a former label mate and I believe friend of Kendrick. And I wonder what kind of phone calls he's having with Kendrick and what kind of phone calls Absol is having with Cole. Because he probably ain't know that was gonna happen.
Yeah. Well, well,
It's messy, and I'm here for it.
I love the mess.
I love it.
I love it.
I look forward to whatever happens next. And before we go, we were saying we're probably gonna have to wait a long time for a response from Cole. Cole came
He
back
did
in
say
2 weeks with some fire.
He said, "Oh, I had this music in the truck anyway. Let me just add a little something to
Let
this.
me just throw a little. Let me just put a little extra pepper on this. You know what I'm saying?
Just, you know, what? Could y'all turn turn that up? Let's run that back one more time.
Let's go.
So
Now, here's my
really
question.
excited.
You, I think Kendrick is responding. You agree?
Yes, I
How
think
long?
because I think to your point, he did a verse on a song, and now that J. Cole has come out with an album, and part of this whole rollout is this track, I think he has to respond with
Full
his own
track.
song. And yeah, and I think he will. I think he's more than capable, so I think he
Oh
will.
yeah, I agree. I agree totally.
Yeah,
How long you think it takes before we get the Kendrick diss?
I don't know, because I don't know how Kendrick moves.
I gotta be honest. I think all of these guys are super smart and meticulous. I would not be surprised if the album that's coming out next Friday, Metro Boomin and Future, We Still
This
Don't Trust
is
You, has a
is
solo Kendrick song where Kendrick is dissing Cole the whole song. Maybe
I
maybe
hope that's
Future
true.
just sings the hook.
I hope that's true, because that sounds like a good time. That sounds like what should happen.
That would be
Um,
fun. I'm
yeah,
instigating everything.
you are, but I like that. I think that I think that would be the way to go. I mean, why not? It's a perfect. First of all, the album title is perfect.
Yes.
It's
Even though
not
it's
hidden,
about Drake. But yeah.
and that's fine. But let's just pile on at this point. Like
Right.
what, whatever. It is what it is. So. Well, yeah, this is exciting. I'm glad you're excited that you got your Beyonce. And yeah, I mean, thank you so much for all of your J. Cole lore. And
Gotta break it down for y'all, you know what I'm saying?
exactly, because I'm not the right person to do that. So I appreciate that you carried this discussion.
Happy to
And
help.
listen, I love hip hop. So I'm always going to be here for the beef. I'm always going to be here for the conversation. But I know when to slide over and let somebody drive. So yeah. Um. So yeah. Thank you
All right,
for
well,
that.
you're welcome.